All right. Testing on the stream. Anybody in the chat, let me know if you can at least hear me. I'm seeing video now. That might be nice. Don't know if it's actually helpful. If anybody can see me, hear me, thumbs up, something. Anything at all would be great. I'm going to keep troubleshooting here. I see myself now better, so I'm going to still hold off on moving forward on things until I get somebody in the chat to give me a heads up here and let me know we're good to go. I'm going to text some friends and see what's up. Meg Fev, I see you in the chat. Can you hear me? There's going to be a delay, so let me know you can see me, hear me. I'm hoping this works now. All right, we're good to go. Now, before I get into things, there's also a very good chance that we are dealing on my end with a streaming glitch as far as watching the game. Because I'm in Texas, and I am in technically the Rangers region because it's in Texas, even though I'm 6 hours away from where the Rangers even are, which is like almost an entire state away, depending on where you live in the country. So I don't even know if I'm going to get this game. I'm trying my end. It's ridiculous. But we might end this stream early because I'm not watching a game. And I don't know what to commentate on. So we're going to give it a whirl. We're going to wait for the game to start to see if it actually works for me. But in the meantime, I wanted to start earlier because I didn't stream on Monday, and as a Yankees fan, we all know the passing of John Sterling, the great Yankees commentator, radio man for almost 40 years, and I'm not special. I'm not trying to be dramatic here. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm anybody more connected to John Sterling than anybody else who was a Yankee fan over the last 35, 36 years. But I felt that it would be, respectful to him, really, as like a thank you to him if I just jotted a few notes down and some words to pay my respects to him, and for all of you, because I know if you guys are Yankees fans out there, at all over the last 36 years, even if you were a casual fan, you know John Sterling. He is the guy. Okay, even if you're not a Yankee fan, you know who he is. So, like I said, I wrote down this little sort of tribute here. So if you would just allow me to cry through that real quick, and then we can get going with the rest of the stream. So if you've been a Yankee fan at all over the last 36 years, you were undoubtedly spoiled by having John Sterling call the games. From his signature sayings to his entertainingly personalized home run calls, Sterling was in a league of his own. While there were other baseball broadcasters who transcended their respective teams, Harry Carey for the Cubs, Vince Scully for the Dodgers, Bob Uecker for the Brewers, to name a few, John Sterling was the platinum standard for all sports broadcasters and stood head and shoulders above the rest. Fans say he was like the proverbial father or grandfather of Yankees baseball for them, painting a perfect picture of each game and player, teaching you about baseball and entertaining you throughout each game, and creating lifelong Yankee fans. For me, it was even more. For me, he created forever memories growing up to share in America's pastime with my father, a veritable baseball nut. Since I was young enough to remember, the only way Yankee games were watched in my house with the TV volume muted and the radio blaring to listen to our Yankee Sherpas, John Sterling and Michael Kay. And if we were on the road somewhere, 77 WABC or 66 WFAN were the radio stations on during game time. And even after the Yes Network began and Michael Kay moved to the TV broadcasts, we'd have both on at the same time because when a big history-making play occurred during a game, we had to hear about it from Sterling. When you think of the New York Yankees and think about the World Series wins and the game-changing home runs and the records being broken, there's only one voice you hear in the background, and that was Sterling. He wasn't just the iron horse of broadcasting, calling 5,060 straight games. And he wasn't just the guy who got hit in the head with a foul ball in the middle of a game and kept calling the game anyway. He was Yankee baseball. So rest in peace to the late, great John Sterling, and thank you for connecting me to Yankee baseball, for etching my most cherished memories with my father, and thank you for being the soundtrack of pinstripe baseball my whole life. You will be sorely missed, but never forgotten. And that's all I got to say about that. With that, I'm going to take a quick 5-second break to try to get this game going. So stand by one quick second, and we'll come back, and I'll let you know if we're going to be able to actually watch this game or not. All right, it looks like we're going to get some of this game. I can't guarantee that the the internet doesn't lag out on me here with this way I had to go and get this Rangers Sports Network service. I didn't sign up. I didn't pay for it. I'm not paying for another streaming service for one freaking game. So we're going to see how long it is. It's going to be severely delayed. I'm already delayed myself. I'm going to be at least a pitch or two delayed when you guys are watching the game. So if it becomes like an annoying enough problem, let me know in the chat, and we'll figure out a way forward. Like I said, if we have to end this stream early so it's not a painstaking, brutal process as my game is already buffering and pausing, let me know. But I'm watching right now, first play of the game. Caballero gets a ground ball and hops it over to Goldschmidt for out number one. We got Will Warren pitching today. Man, this I'm already, listen to me. I'm gonna be pissed off tonight. I am gonna be absolutely heated tonight because not only can I not watch the Yankees broadcast of the game and hear a little bit of Sterling in the background because I think it's on Prime or MLB Network or something up in the Northeast. I'm dealing with this internet bullshit. As Duran is up there, this guy Duran is a big, strong fella. I think he might be on steroids, but he's batting 301, and Warren goes 1-0 to him. So I'm just so tired of this blackout bullshit. I've bitched about it so many times already, I can't even count. I'm sure I'm like a broken record, and everyone's probably tired of me bitching about it. It's on the MLB Network in Philly. Yeah, that's where it's supposed to be here, but they black it out here, and because you have to get the Rangers Sports Network. You're not a big enough organization to have your own network. You're not the Yankees. Steinbrenner started the Yankees Entertainment Station, or whatever YES stands for, because the Yankees are a giant worldwide empire. And he was trying to capitalize on it, obviously, make some more money. But it brings the games. Everyone could get YES. This was back before streaming was a thing. You can add YES to your cable and watch all the games worldwide. The Rangers aren't that big of a team to do that. Nobody gives a shit about them outside of Arlington, which is crazy. I don't have anything against them, but not even in their own state are they the favorite team. And they have their own damn network that they want you to stream and buy their services on. Who's buying the Rangers Sports Network? As Warren strikes out Duran on a nice little slider there. I'm way late to this game. God damn it. This stinks. And that's another thing. Great point, Megfev. I pay for MLB.TV. I'm already giving my money, a damn good chunk of it, each year to watch these games. So Manfred's already getting my money that way. He wants me to get it 18 other ways too. It's just bullshit. As Seager for the Rangers is up, he's batting 206. He's usually pretty good, but 206 is stinkpot city. He's already 2-0. Is he 2-0? Yeah, 2-0 from Warren. 3-0 now. Warren hasn't been doing really bad at all this year. I've been pleasantly surprised about how well he's been pitching. I've said this before. I think the guy's got filthy stuff. When he can nail down his consistency with that filthy stuff, he's a dangerous guy. As Seager drives one deep to right field, and damn it, that is gone. 3-0 pitch, and he turns on it. As I'm talking of Will Warren, he fucks me. Will Warren, you just fucked me and the whole stream because of that. Damn it, Will. And you're wearing number 29 too. You got to be better than that. You can't wear that number. You can't wear the number of the LPDS and pitch like that. 3-0. Wasn't even a dick shot, actually. That was good on Seager, to be honest. Honestly, Will Warren, I can't give you that too much shit. You fell behind on the count. You didn't throw one down the middle. He went up and got it, and he parked it. So there you go. That's right, Skuse. Didn't even buy me dinner. He didn't even say hello to me. He just bent me over a barrel while I'm complimenting him. That's what you get sometimes. That's why you never compliment people. You keep it to yourselves. All right, now we got Jung. What's Jung's first name? I forgot. Corey Jung? Carl Jung? I don't know. He's been on fire lately. Batting .336. He's the only one for the Rangers that has been consistently good this year. Duran's been pretty consistent as well, but He's a dangerous guy. And the Yanks are already playing behind. Not liking that. Not liking that at all. Got 2-2 on him, though. 2 outs, top of the first. So I don't know how far behind I'm at, but hopefully it's not too bad so that it doesn't bother you guys too much. But I'm going to be paying more attention to the chat since I'm so behind. So at least I'll be able to talk to you guys in the chat while I catch up to the rest of the game as Warren comes back, strikes out Jung to end the inning. So a good follow-up at bat. He doesn't, he shuts it down. He composes himself, gets the shit together, and he doesn't fuck me on that one. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. At the end of a half inning, 1-0 Rangers. Damn it, Warren. You can't start like that. You can't start a John Sterling tribute game with a home run like that. Anyway, we'll be right back. I'll be in the chat, though, but we'll take a quick break. All right, I was able to switch right now on the game to the Yankees broadcast for now. Again, I'm still going to be considerably behind, and it's still going to be shoddy, but at least I don't have to listen to a couple of strangers on some bullshit network that probably has 12 subscribers, probably 13 now because Manfred probably created his own account just so he could say, "Oh, I have it too." I'm not you're not the only ones who have to sign up for all this shit. And Nathan Uvalde is starting for the Rangers. Let me tell you something. Nathan Uvalde is one of those guys that played for the Yankees and was forgettable at best. I don't remember anything about him besides I believe he was injured and he was average at his best in pinstripes. And as soon as he leaves the Yankees, he starts absolutely shoving Cy Young contender, MVP contenders, shoving up everyone's ass, and certainly shoving it up the Yankees' asses on a regular basis. I don't know if the Yankees have won against him since he's left, since he's gone to the Rangers. They might have won a game, but not him. They didn't beat him. They beat the bullpen or something. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm not comfortable with it. I'm absolutely not comfortable with it. As Grisham goes 0-2 quickly on his count. And my stream kicked out. And it just switched to basketball. Now I'm watching the Knicks, folks. So tell me what Grisham's doing while I try to fix this bullshit. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Do you guys have the Knicks game too? Do I have to switch back to the fucking Rangers network? Let's see. Let's see what we got. I got to switch back to the Rangers network. Wet Cat, Mrs. Wet Cat, everybody, excuse. Are you guys watching the Knicks now too? Keep me posted. I know I'm delayed on the video when I'm talking. This is unbelievable, guys. This is unfucking believable. Hey, we want to get more fans watching MLB baseball. Let's make it not only the most difficult way possible for people to watch games, let's fuck them in the ass when we're actually able to watch a game and put on basketball that nobody wants to watch. NBA basketball? Give me a fucking break. We're back in the truck. I'm switching over streams here because I don't want to watch this Ranger Network bullshit. I don't want to give them my viewership. We're back. No, black screen. Basketball. Black screen. Basketball. Black screen. You're damn right, Wet Cat. I love spending my money on this shit. This is what I spent my money on. This is exactly what I wanted to spend my money on for a whole MLB season is bullshit. Now it says I'm in a commercial break. Nope, we're back to Yankees baseball. Somebody hit the ball to right field, and the right fielder caught it for the Rangers. I don't know who hit it, though, because we missed that part. I'm actually glad that we're all sharing in this bullshit experience. Okay, we got Judge up now. I'm glad that I'm not the only one. I thought I was going to be the only one because I'm in Texas dealing with the regional bullshit. But I'm glad that Manfred is screwing everybody tonight. How do we get this guy fired? Don't we have power as fans? Well, I guess we do technically by not going to games and not watching games. But guess what, Yankees fans? I know we're all fucking stupid. I know you're all going to keep watching the games like I do. You're going to keep doling out 1,200 hours for your family to go watch one game and buy the fried chicken ice creams as Judge strikes out for out number 2. And they're going to remain in power. That's the only way we stop them. The only power we have is if we stop watching baseball. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I can't do that. I'm too weak. I won't go to games anymore. I'll certainly won't be paying money for tickets to stadiums to watch games in person. But I love fucking baseball. I just love it. Especially right now, the Yankees. This is what I wanted to brag about. The Yankees in this stint that they're having right now, they're actually playing baseball. Boone, I don't know if it's Boone making the call or what. And I was talking about this to the Creature earlier this week. They stopped being married to the stat sheet, the analytics, and the matchups and the bullshit, and they're not fucking with the vibe. Guys are hitting, Caballero's bunting. These guys are on over in baseball. He's letting pitchers go a little longer. He's not going matchup to matchup like that bullshit he was doing earlier. And they're consistently winning games by a lot. Some of them aren't even close. And it's been great to see. And now you can't even see it because when the game is on, it changes to basketball. Or you got what I'm dealing with here is Buffer City. Because I got too many internet connections going on right now, I guess. I'm not in the network truck with access to all the games here. Maybe that's what I got to do. I got to get a network job. But then I'll be a sellout, and I won't be able to do cool, fun stuff like this. And I'll have to talk nice about Cashman and them and Manfred. I don't want to do that. They have to earn that. You don't just give me a paycheck and expect me to be nice. You're not Uncle Sam. You're not the military. I did that for 14 years, and I'm done with it. This is really pissing me off. Who's on first now? I got news for you folks. This might be a 3-inning stream. You thought the 5-second one was bad earlier today when we had technical difficulties on my computer. You're gonna get an angry short stream today. Maybe it'll be the most popular one. A nice, touching tribute followed by absolute chaos, a circus act, and me bitching and moaning for 30 minutes. Anyway, we got the alien up, Dominguez. And he swings and misses that one. He was swinging for the fences there, let me tell you. Now, I'm not judging Dominguez. I think he stinks in the outfield, but he's doing better hitting right now this season. I think there's something wrong with him. Not wrong. I don't know. If I say wrong, I'll get canceled. But I don't know if he's working with a little, spectrum activity, if you will, or something. But something ain't right about this fella. Something ain't regular, I guess you can say. Irregular, to put positively. I saw a picture of him or a video of him chatting with somebody in the dugout, and he was laying on top of the fence in front of the dugout there, the protective fence. He was laying on it like a cat. I thought it was wet cat. And he had his arms hanging down over the fence like this, and he's just laying with his head rested on the fence, talking to the guy in the dugout like it was normal. Like that's how you sit. And I gotta be honest with you, Dominguez, that's not how you sit. It's not good for your back. It's not comfortable. It crushes your ball bag. But I don't think he knows that. That's what I think. I think he's got the little mental irregularities that he doesn't realize what he's doing. Tony Saccone, good to see you in the chat tonight. In case you're still around, we're dealing with a lot of buffering issues and broadcast issues, and I'm way behind on the game. We might cut this stream short, but I'm glad you were able to make it to hear me bitch and moan more than you already have to listen to me each week. So, and now I'm gonna commentate and walk you through what I'm seeing. Okay, I saw Dominguez at the plate. It froze and it cut to a commercial break. So I don't know what happened. Chat, you're going to have to broadcast the game to me in the chat, and I'll just read it out loud for the stream for folks. This is crazy. Let's switch back to the stupid-ass Rangers Sports Network. All right, they're on a commercial break too, so... Anyway, maybe they'll pop the Knicks game on during a commercial break. We'll see how the Knicks are doing. Like I've watched a Knicks game in the last 30 years. I haven't watched a Knicks game since Patrick Ewing was on the team. When he was taken over by the Monstars. That was the last time. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break and cool off here while they're in a commercial break. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. I'm behind, but it looks like Will Warren got the first out of the inning. Strikeout. Whiff City by this lefty jabroni. Who is this guy? Beaver? Is it Beavers? Beaver Cleaver? Let's see. Carter. I was close. Not even close, pal. Anyway, we got Kyle Higashioka, the home run stroker at the dish. Is he catching today or is he DH? Let me tell you something about. I was watching the game yesterday against the Rangers, and Higashioka was the DH, and I thought to myself, and now I love Higgy. I thought he was a good catcher. The pitchers seemed to like throwing to him. He was a good Yankees, guy. But he was just, lightning had to strike in order for him to hit a home run and get actual power behind his swing. The guy's got almost no pop. And the Rangers have him as their DH. So he's not catching. Usually a guy like him, you put him in the lineup because he's your catcher, and he has to hit. You can't DH for your catcher and your pitcher in the American League or any league, honestly, anymore. But they have him as the DH, and I was thinking to myself, how shitty does your lineup have to be right now offensively to where Kyle Higashioka, you just want his bat. You don't want him in the field to be a catcher. He's a good catcher. You just want his bat. I felt bad. Good for Higgy. Good for the Stroka, because he gets at bats. He gets at ABs in the pros, and he's not going to get them with other teams. Maybe the Rockies or the Mets, the Stinkpot Mets over there. I like calling them Mets because that Instagram page, MLB on Facts, that satire, that fake page that trolls people, calls them the Mest, M-E-S-T. And it drives Mets fans nuts for some reason, and I love it. Anyway, you got 3-2, full count to Higashioka. Warren deals. He fouls that one off again, and we'll do it again. That was a good pitch right there. Right on the outside corner. Could have been a ball, but he had to swing at it. It was too close to take. And that's Higgy. He's a good, he has good at bats. He's just not good. He's just not that great at hitting where, he just whiffed on that one. 93, what was that? Like a two-seamer? That thing tailed in on him. I'm swinging and missing at that too, Higgy. Don't worry. But good on Warren for that strikeout. So we got 2 out now. Is it 2 outs? Yeah, 2 outs. Top of the second, 1-0 Yanks. I just saw the comment, excuse Justice Beaver. It might as well be Justice Beav Daddy. And that first pitch is fouled away. Who's batting this chub? Jake Berger. Of course his last name is Berger. He looks like a burger. He's shaped like a burger, like a McDouble. Single slice of cheese, though. He's not that fat. And he rips a line drive to left field. That's dropping in for a base hit. Is he going for 2? He's going for 2. As Bellinger throws it down, he pulls back up, and Berger, he knows. He knew better. He turned around real quick. He got the buns heading right back to first. So he gets a single on that one. It wasn't a terrible pitch. Berger just stayed on it long enough. It was a slider, and he just stayed on it and got off the end of the bat. He was way ahead of it. And was able to crank it for a hit. So that stuff I'm not terribly mad at. He didn't groove one, Warren. He threw a decent pitch, and he just got beat that at bat. That's all it was. So got a man on first, 2 out. Osuna's up. No, never heard of this fucking guy. Batting .222. Real hot bat right here. Real hot bat. No home runs, 2 RBIs, 695 on base plus slugging. That's my numbers. Pay me money for that. Jesus H. As he loops one to left field. Is that going to drop 2? Yep, it sure is. Into the Bermuda Triangle for a base hit. So now there's runners on first and second. Damn it. 2 outs. What are you celebrating for? I know a hit's a hit, whatever. Shut up, Osuna. You stink. Another good pitch, though. He reached for that. He got fooled by that, and he just hung with it a little bit long enough. Sometimes that happens, folks. And you can ask any pitcher who's ever played baseball competitively before. Sometimes that shit happens. Your stuff's not bad. You're not making a lot of mistakes, and guys are just finding hits somehow. Wow, Andrew McCutchen is still playing. Wow, they called that one a strike. And he challenged it for a ball, so interesting. Last night, the Rangers put in a pinch hitter at the end of the game, and he was so new to the league that nobody in the broadcast on Yes Network or the MLB even had his name saved in their system to put it up on the score bug or on the scoreboard at Yankee Stadium either. They just put pinch hitter. That's it. I still don't know the guy's name. He grounded out to end the game, but I just thought it was fun. I felt bad for the guy, but also excited for him because it's like you got a major league at bat. You know, you're in the show. You're dancing, baby. And he didn't strike out. I was happy for him for that, but he's a Ranger, so I wanted him to get out, and he did. He did that for me. That was a great slider right there on the painted the bottom outside corner for strike 2. Beautiful pitch. It started in the middle. It started like a beautiful strike and slid right out there. That was perfect pitch right there. And comes in with the high heat, ends it. Strikeout. Sorry, McCutchen. I like you, but you're old. You're washed up. Call it a day. You had to cut your dreads. You're done for. The Yankees took your power. So at the end of 1.5, still 1-0. Rangers will be right back. Stand by. Off of Jacob deGrom. All right, we're back. I think we fixed the glitch, and we should be good to go now. We'll see, though. I'm looking at it now. Jazz got out. Goldschmidt first pitch swinging, pops up to the catcher, so that's great. So we're not missing much, folks. If you're watching the stream, we're not missing much. There's a little bit of buffering going on. I think that's just because my battery is low in mid-charge on my computer, so it's burning a lot of power faster than it is it's charging. So what I'll do is I'll pause the stream during the next commercial break and hopefully get some extra juice in the battery on my computer, because it burns fast. I didn't plug it in for like 2 minutes, and it started burning through it because of this stream. So that's on me. That's a rookie mistake on me. I'll wear that one. But in the meantime, I'll radio broadcast my delayed footage. So we got Austin Wells 1-0, 2 outs, nobody on. Uvalde deals. Wells fouls that off down the right field line. 1-1 now. If you guys can hear me well still, if you wouldn't mind popping a thumbs up or something in the chat if you're around. I believe the video is still buffering and poor quality, but if you can still at least hear me, that's fine. And like I said, I'll fix it in the next commercial break coming up very soon because I don't think Wells is going to do anything here. He's batting 190. Yikes. 1-1. Swung on and foul down the right side again. 1-2. Audio still seems fine. Video is still frozen. Okay. Wells just struck out to end the inning, so I'm gonna pause the stream while we're on this quick commercial break, and hopefully it brings back the video. So stand by, folks. We'll be right back. Hopefully everything works okay. All right, folks. I think we're back. Let me know if the video is actually back. The audio should still be fine, but I think we're okay with the video now and the battery issues and all the how you doings. As Warren pitches strike 1 to Nimmo, Brandon Nimmo, ex-Mest. Mets let him go, and he's not doing bad on a different team. Shocker. So he takes ball 1 outside, so it's 1-1 now to him. Nimmo was another one I didn't mind on the Mets. But the Mets are always the little brother of the Yanks. I don't mind the Mets. I think I've talked about this a lot in the past. My one grandfather, Big Al Scalingi, was a diehard Mets fan. My first ever baseball game was a Mets-Phillies game. And this was back in the early 90s. It was like the last year Willie Randolph was playing. And my old man, JPL3, he sort of knew Willie Randolph. They were acquaintances at best because an old family friend of my father and an old, peer, I guess, in the lawyer world, was like this big-time lawyer agent type of guy back in the day, and he was pals with Willie Randolph. So my dad met him a few times at some dinners and shit. And when we went to the game at Shea Stadium, against the Phillies. Before the game, we got there for batting practice, and before the game, my dad was able to wrangle up Willie Randolph, who was doing some warm-ups in the outfield, and Willie came over and shook my hand, and it was awesome. I mean, it was a great experience, even though it wasn't a Yankees game. The Mets actually beat the Phillies, so sorry, Scuse. But I don't mind them. Long story longer, I don't mind the Mets, but the Yankees are the far superior New York team by a long shot. As Will Warren walks Nimmo, so let me know how bad the lag is. So you heard when I said he walked. Let me know how far behind I was on that. Probably like a whole batter. And if you're just tuning in now to the stream, first, welcome. Second, I apologize because oh shit. Duran cranks one to deep left center field. That's dropping in for a base hit. Easy double. Nimmo's going to score. He comes around standing up to home plate. And that's a RBI double for Duran. I told you that guy's on steroids. So now it's 2-0 Rangers. Anyway, I apologize because I'm dealing with the network issues. So I got internet lag, network issues, all this bullshit, and I'm very far behind. I might cut this stream. If this game gets out of hand, I'm absolutely cutting the stream because I don't feel like being 2 batters behind an embarrassing 10-run rule affair or some shit like that. And for those new tuning in, like Creature and them, I had technical difficulties earlier. I had to cut the stream out and restart it, and I think I just restarted under last week's information because that was the stuff that was saved in YouTube, and it was the quickest way for me to get to the stream. So that's probably why you're seeing Boston Red Sox information in the description. I'll change that after the stream to update it appropriately so that it doesn't. So people can go and rewatch this circus act later on if they want to. So I apologize for making it. This was a difficult night. This was a difficult night altogether. We knew it, though. We knew it going into us with the Manfred broadcast restrictions that it was going to be a problem. But we're powering through. That's what we do here at the LPDS. We power through. And hopefully Warren listens to the LPDS, gets his head out of his ass, and powers through this little pickle he's got himself in. Because you don't want to go 2-0 against Uvalde when he's pitching against the Yankees. Is he a lights-out pitcher, like Hall of Fame style pitcher? No, but he is against the Yankees. So being down 2-0 to Uvalde now is not good for them because he has their number. And I don't know why, but he just owns them right now. It pisses me off. Warren fires that fastball in for a strike, but they're challenging it. Let's see what happened. It was close. It's going to be real close. Barely a ball. Damn it. By 0.1 inches, it looks like. Less than 0.1 inches. Got lucky there, Jung. Carl Jung, Corey Jung, Jason Jung, whatever the hell your name is. All right, 1-1. Fouled that away. 1-2 now. I like streaming on Wednesdays because it's, good middle of the week. Most people are available for these night games on Wednesdays. But I also like to try to find games where it's like a good pitching matchup. At least for the Yankees, I like watching their aces get after it. So that's why we had a lot of Max Fried streams, some Schlittler streams, things like that. Warren hasn't really earned that spot yet to where I see Will Warren and I'm like, oh, we gotta stream this game. Good. Hopefully it's on a Wednesday. He's absolutely not there yet. We're streaming a Will Warren Yankees game because it's a Wednesday game, and it was the only time this week I can do it. I was going to do a last-minute stream on Monday for the Sterling tribute, but in my mind, he deserved a better tribute and more respect from the LPDS than to do a fly by the seat of your pants last minute stream on Monday. That wouldn't have been as good. So, and of course we got to deal with the broadcasting shit now. So, not a good day for Will Warren to be on the bump. But if he could get more consistent, as Jung check swings and he actually goes through, so he strikes out. Got to hold that swing, dude. You have these big forearms. Can't hold your swing? Stinks. See you, buddy. But Warren's got to get more consistent this season for him to earn that spot on the list of I want to get a Warren stream in this week. He's just not there yet. He's getting close. I like him. Warren number 29. I would love to stream a Yankees-Phils game, especially if Don Mattingly is still coaching. I don't know if they're going to keep him the whole season. I hope they do. They should just make him manager. I wish the Yankees would hire him as manager, but I don't think they'd be able to control him as much as, it's with Boone, and I might have talked about this on previous episodes or a previous stream. It's not so much that Boone is being controlled by Cashman in the front office. It's that Boone already was in lockstep with the geeky loser analytics team on the Yankees staff. So it was easy for Cashman and them to keep him around and pick him as the manager because they don't have to do it. They don't have to force his hand or extort him or anything like that. They know he's going to fall in line because he just already naturally falls in line with their bullshit. And lately, he hasn't been doing that, which is why the Yankees are winning so many games in a row these days. And I love to see it. I'm so far behind. Did Carter just blast a home run? Yep, see ya. God damn it. Unbelievable. Off the sucking dick. Off the facing of the sucking dick for Carter. Jesus. Chat is way ahead of the game. You were three. I read the chat 3 pitches ahead of that. It looked like, I think, or maybe 1 pitch. Yikes. Guy was batting like 112. Looked silly as previous at bat. Again, that wasn't even a terrible, terrible pitch, but he's a lefty, so it ended up sliding into his wheelhouse, and that's where the mistake was made. If that was a righty, that's a good pitch. And that first pitch to this next batter is where he wanted to put it, I bet, where he should have put it, where the slider moved outside of the strike zone, but it moved into his wheelhouse. The lefties love those lower inside pitches, and that's where it ended up, and he cranked it. So what is it, 4-0 now? Sucks. Look at him all happy in the dugout. Carter, shut up. Ball bag. You stink. You got a batting practice pitch and you're celebrating like you won the World Series. He probably was on the team when they made it to the World Series a couple of years ago, but nobody watched that series because it was dog shit teams. $4-0 in the third. Not what you want against Uvalde. Home run stroker's up now. Higashioka, he's 2-2 on the count. Anyway, what the hell was I bitching about? Oh, yeah, Boone. He has lately been not following the analytics plays that are normal, like lefty matchup, platooning Goldschmidt and Ben Rice because of who's pitching for the teams and this and that. And the batters are, bunting. They're doing hit and runs. They're getting guys on over there and they're winning games. And it would be really funny. It would be really funny if within the next week, it's not going to happen. It can't possibly happen. No, if it happens, Cashman would get crucified. They'd fire his ass. Hal Steinbrenner might have to sell the team out of embarrassment, but it would be really funny if the Yankees are on a winning streak tear, because they're playing real baseball and they're not playing Yankees analytics baseball, and they fired Boone for it because he's not falling in line anymore and they can't control him. And so they decide to can him. That would be absolutely hilarious. Hey, we got the over in strikeouts. All right. How many strikeouts was the over for Warren? 3? 3.5? That's crazy. But realistically, they're not going to fire him. There's no way that they fire Boone anytime soon, I don't think, especially if they're actually winning games, even if it's because they're playing real baseball, because the fans would be up in arms. If the team was well ahead in first place and they canned him because he's not falling in line, no chance. No chance. Wow, 6.5 strikeouts was the over? I didn't even think he got that many in 3 innings. Holy shit. See, Warren's not bad. He's really not. And his mistake pitches weren't even really that mistakey, if you will. The one to this bum Carter was the biggest mistake pitch, if you will, but it was still a strike. It just ended up in his lefty wheelhouse. And unfortunately for a guy like Carter, you know, Warren and the Yankees probably don't have a lot of scouting reports on this guy because he's not a good hitter. So his hot zones are really like, you know, lukewarm at best. So I can't blame Warren too much for that shit, honestly. We can give some shit to the Yankees offense for not being able to get hits off Uvalde as he goes up there against McMahon. McMahon's doing a lot better lately, and I do like McMahon's glove. I'm a McMahon fan. I'm a McFan. But I also know he's not a good hitter. He's usually an automatic out. He is batting right now his yearly average. Like that, this is him. 216, 220 hitter at best. Hits a couple home runs. But he's very up and down. He is not consistently 220. He's 360, and then he's 087. And then he's 350, and then he's 084. And right now he's in a 360 cycle, which is good. And as I say that, he's probably going to whiff on Uvalde and go back to the dugout quickly. So, sorry for jinxing him, McFan. But I'd like to see him get more consistent at the plate. He tries hard, and he cares. You could tell he cares when he gets out and when he sucks. Not like that fat fuck Gary Sanchez, who I hated. Didn't give a shit. Once he started getting some money, he didn't give one shit about how well he played. So I'm behind. We got 1-2 on McMahon. He's striking out. There's no doubt about it, unfortunately. 1-2 from Uvalde. See ya. Oh, boy, Libretti. It is not fun predicting stuff like this. Let me tell you. I wish I could call home runs that easily. Caballero's up. Now, here's a question for the chat. Uvalde's only got 5 strikeouts. Wow. Warren's got more than you, buddy. Here's the question for the chat. Do you think that because they kept Volpas in the minors instead of brought him up to replace Caballero, because Caballero is doing well for them right now? He's batting .260. He's hustling. He's doing well in the field. I think he's got a pretty weak arm, but he's doing much better in the field. In fact, I think he's rated as like the best shortstop in the game right now. Do you think that puts more pressure on him? Or do you think that you know, lightens the load a little bit? Now he knows, like, hey, you're the starting guy, right now, and Volpe's not even in the dugout to sniff your spot. He's down in the minors. They haven't even brought him up yet to do any sort of platooning or anything either. So I'm curious what your guys' take is. And Excuse, I agree with you. There's a lot of guys out. That's always the big thing is contract year. They play out of their ass. They get the contract. The next year is a considerable drop off. And there are players like that all over the league. I'm actually surprised. Soto had a real cold start last year for the Mets, but he ended up doing well overall. So I wouldn't really call his a cold start after a drop off after he signed that giant huge contract. But a lot of people did. Some would argue that DJ LeMahieu kind of had a drop off. Caballero gets hit. He takes his base. Good for you, Caballero. Wear it. We got ice. Get on first base. Get that base. Get to the next guy. Good job. Some would argue that DJ LeMahieu had a drop off once he signed his Yankee contract. I loved LeMahieu, and he did have a drop off over the last couple years, but man, was he good in his prime. It's literally Wet Cat. I can't talk about anybody on the team because I fucking jinx them. Get out there. Look, it just hit your funny bone, dude. Get on first base. Did Volpe put you up to this? Is that what you want? You want Volpe on the team and for the team and the rest of the season to be a fucking nightmare? I don't care that everybody likes Volpe. I don't mind Volpe. He seems like a nice fella, but he stinks. He's reached his athletic peak, and the Yankees are not the team that is gonna get him over that hump. The hump is a wall. It's a brick wall, and he has no rope to climb it over, no ladder, no nothing with the Yankees. He has peaked. Be a man. Get over to first base, dude. The last thing we want is for Volpe back in the goddamn dugout. Unbelievable, dude. That's right. Put your helmet on. Put your little puss pads on. Your little oven mitts, your double mitts, and get out there. He is going to get comfortable, Wet Cat. You're right. He's going to get comfortable, and he's going to and they're going to find. They're looking for it. That was what I was going to say. I don't know if the pressure's on. I don't know if he'll realize the pressure's on. But I know Cashman is watching every move Caballero makes. Any chance he gets to justify bringing Volpe back up, his guy, he's going to do it. Because he'll never admit to the mistake that he brought up Volpe because he needed that story. He thought this was good. We need this story. We need to bring this guy up early and make him out to be the next Jeter. So to bring the fans in, we got a new exciting guy. He's our guy, this and that. And he was dead fucking wrong. And he can't admit it. So he's finding any excuse he can to get Volpe back up here. As the Yankees get out. Is that the third out? Yep, sure is. Double play to end the inning. While I'm bitching about Cashman and the Yanks. Tough play. It was a tough play. It was a ground ball to Fat Burger at first. He tags first, and now you got Caballero on the rundown. That's a tough one. So that'll do it for the Yanks. But while we're in this break, I agree with you, Wet Cat. I think he'll get comfortable because he's confident and that he's got the spot now, but the microscope is on him. He doesn't even realize it. Cashman is fucking looking. I don't even think it's Boone at this point. It's Cashman. That's his guy. He did the same thing with Fatso Sanchez, and he basically fired Joe Girardi over because Girardi called out Sanchez and pretty much said the guy's got to work harder and actually care, and he called him out and that same season he was canned. And I didn't think Girardi was the best manager for the Yankees per se. I didn't like his nonchalant attitude, but I sure as shit liked him when he was calling out Fatso Sanchez, and he got canned for it. I don't think Boone is going to call out Volpe, certainly not publicly, but Boone's not the one begging to get him back up on the team. That's Cashman. So Caballero, you better figure it the fuck out. Somebody's got to tell him, Judge, be a real captain. Tell him, hey, don't get too comfortable because your ass is gone, and we're going to be stuck with Volpass, he's going to be the rah-rah. He's going to be the Sarge Libretti of the Yankees. People are going to like him, but he's going to be an absolute liability in the field for the team if you keep him in there. And he's going to kill the vibes. And he's going to kill all the momentum and success that the team is having right now. Yes, Goose, there won't be a next Jeter. I love Bernie Williams. I love Bernie Williams as well. But that's the thing is Cashman is always looking for the next Jeter type. I don't know why. Just develop all your players as best you can, which they certainly don't do at all. And the next Yankees guy will come out. Judge is the next Yankees guy. You don't need another Jeter. You got Judge. You need people to compliment Judge now. Like Jeter had compliments around him, and A-Rod had compliments around him when they brought him on in 2009 at least. Stop trying to find the next Jeter. Just develop your players and let them play. Don't put that bullshit pressure on for some dramatic storyline that you think the fans are going to like. Fatso Burger's back up. He's got 2-1 count on him now. Oh, I forgot about Lombard. Yeah, George Lombard is they switched them. They flipped them. So they have Volpass at AA and they got Lombard in AAA. They also have Spencer Jones still. And they got a couple of decent pitchers as Fatso Burger gets another hit, this time to right field. Ugh, not looking good for Warren here. And, they got some decent prospects in there, but I worry that they're going to ruin them or bring them up too early. One or the other. I think Lombard should be up now. Or not Lombard. Spencer Jones should be up now. I know it's tough, though, because he's an outfielder, and they're loaded with fielders right now. Grisham, Bellinger, Judge, Dominguez. They love Dominguez. They were always going to pick Dominguez over Spencer. Stop fucking around with him already. He's not the guy. He's not going to ever be the guy for the Yankees. He's going to be another fucking Nick Johnson or Shelley Duncan or all these names that you know about only because they made a big stink about him in the beginning and they faded off into the sunset like nothing. Are we buffering again? God damn it, this internet stinks. Is the audio still good throughout the shitty video? Give me something in the chat for good audio at least. Wow, this video does suck dick. It says the connection's excellent right now. And I'm watching the copy of it and it's all buffering and bullshit. This stinks. You had no audio or video for a solid 2 minutes. I was bitching to myself for 2 minutes. All right, listen, if you can hear me, we're stopping the stream real quick. The chat will still be open. I'm going to try with this. Who's buying their Thanksgiving turkeys at Kroger's, at K. Rogers? How are we doing on this video and audio now, folks? Let me know in the chat. If you're listening, Nimmo's up. Man on first and second, one out. 3-2 count to Nimmo. We're back. Okay, so far so good. Stupid. I'm fighting with somebody in the Instagram comments right now too. I just had to put my phone down. I don't know what's going on tonight, folks. We got like a perfect storm of hurdles, but it's not stopping us. The only thing that's going to stop us is the Yankees blowout, and it's fast approaching, unfortunately. It's only the 4th inning. Damn it. I'd like to get somebody's take. I know, Skuse, you're not a Yankees fan, so you don't pay attention to the Yanks as much. I get that. But I want to know what your take is on the Yankees pitching coach. I was a big Mel Stottlemyre guy back in the day. And in my own personal fan opinion, I don't think the Yankees have had a comparable pitching coach to Stottlemyre since him. Matt Blake, I think his name is. And this guy, we got poor video again. Jesus H. What is going on here, folks? All right, if you can hear me, I'm going to play out this inning. This half inning with one, bases loaded, 1 out. They're probably going to put a different pitcher in now. I don't know who this guy is warming up. I've never seen him before in my life. I'm going to play out this inning. If you can hear me audio-wise, let me know in the chat. I'll give you the call on this inning, and then we'll cut it for the night because that's not fair to you guys. It's not fair that you can't hear every once in a while. You can't see the stream, and I don't like that for you. It certainly pisses me off, but I do it for you guys. I like connecting with you guys, and we can't do it very well if I'm sitting here dealing with bullshit tech crap and getting pissed off about it, not even paying attention to the game. As Durant, was that Durant who just hit that sac fly and Fatso Burger scored? Looks like it. So now it's 5-0 Yanks. 2 out man on first and third. Corey Seager at the dish, who went yard last at bat. So if you can hear me, we're going to finish this half inning, and we're going to call the stream. Because I don't want to continue putting out poor streaming product for everybody, especially if even the audio gets cut out every once in a while. How are we supposed to communicate with each other? I can't even just talk to you guys in the chat if you can't even hear me what I'm saying. And if we're going to just type to each other in the chat only, then we can just text. We don't have to waste your time on YouTube doing it. So as Seager challenges that pitch and was way outside for a ball. I'm actually surprised he called that a strike. I guess he got fooled by Wells' dog shit frame job. I don't know how you can fool by that. But I know outside pitches are tough for umpires the way they set up. Seager swings and misses that one. That was the same pitch, Seager. Why'd you think the first one was a ball but not that one? They both looked the exact same. It's weird how you get fooled by the pitch right after you didn't get fooled by the same pitch. That's baseball, Susan. Shout out John Sterling. Seager grounds up the middle. That's a base hit because they were playing a shift on him. And that's how it works out for the Yanks as McCutchen scores. So now it's 6-0 for the Texas Rangers. The Texas dog shit Rangers, who haven't been able to get out of their own way offensively. Again, it wasn't even a terrible pitch. Like, he's not giving up huge meatballs. He's just having it's just not his day. He's throwing everything at him, and they're hitting everything. 2 outs still. Man on first and second now. 6-0 Rangers. There's no way. They have to put Stanton in to line drive off of Uvalde to get him out of the game for the Yankees to have any sort of chance at winning this one. As Jung takes ball 1 way outside. Josh Jung, that's his name. 13-game hit streak. Good for him. Well, this is the day to extend it. Warren's giving up hits all over the place. He flies that one to center field. Hopefully Grisham can camp underneath this one and end the inning and end the bloodshed, and that'll do it. So a couple more runs, 2 more runs, a couple more hits, 2 left, no errors. Going into the bottom of the second, we're ending the stream though, folks. Okay? This has been a bit of a nightmare of a situation, connectivity-wise, tech-wise, everything. I wish it was a little bit better on John Sterling Tribune night, but I appreciate you guys tuning in even for a little bit tonight. I always have a good time. Even if I'm ranting and bitching and moaning, it's always fun to connect with you guys in the chat and try to watch a ball game together. Tonight just wasn't the night for us, guys. So